4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the British Academy Games Awards. Let's take a look back at an incredible year in games.
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H.
Sorry, I've got to go. Kept you waiting, huh?
I'm Price. Chloe Price. Bang!
I look like a local to you.
You look like trouble.
There's no us. I don't even know who you are or why you're here.
There's no time like the present.
Must say we take back London.
Alright. Well, hello, friends and fans.
Don't understand. I'm taking us home.
Now what gives you the right to play God in these people's lives?
If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge.
Don't give me the guilty face. At least pretend you're glad to see me.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Incredible. This is it.
We are not in Gotham anymore.
I'd like to speak to him now.
What the hell have you done to them?
What's wrong? Do you think I'm going to hurt you? Why? I'm not the bad one here. Oh, no. It's...
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the 2016 British Academy Games Awards, supported by our friends EA, Sega, and Ubisoft. And have we got a show for you? This year, we've another fantastic lineup of who's who in the gaming world, our esteemed nominees, and of course, friends the world over watching the show as it's streamed live via Twitch. And I'm delighted to be back, ladies and gentlemen, after when the reign of terror of Rufus Hound is now over. There is light across Arundel again. It's a delight to be here, by the way. I am here. Mark Hamill, by the way, isn't. Just calm down, right? The people will be snapping their own necks off wondering he's filming something and in Pinewood and couldn't make it. No spoilers. But there is, it's been a pleasure to be back, not just to see these fantastic games. I've been enjoying basking for the last few weeks in the build-up to this, but also, by the way, because I got to do the interview that I always do when I do that red carpet. I do the interview because I do the interview, and they always ask the same questions, and I always give the same answers. And I go, well, it's very diverse. Oh, so diverse. Oh, even the range of games nominated for Games of the Year prove that this industry is broadening in its scope and its range is so huge. I mean, we just look at it randomly. The Witcher, for example, fabulous game. The Witcher, well done, those involved in The Witcher. The story of a man with a hideous facial scar riding on a horse across a war-torn landscape, engaging in adventures, as opposed to Metal Gear Solid 5. The story of a man with a hideous facial scar riding on a horse. In Fallout, there's no horse, but you can give him a scar. I mean, it really is. You've got a type, which is fair. I was waiting in the middle of Life is Strange. I only got a couple of chapters into it. It's brilliant, well done. But I only got a couple of chapters into Life is Strange. I'm hoping at some point a man with a hideous facial scar arrives in on a horse and she takes a photograph of them and wins a prize to go to San Francisco. That is my dream of how that game ends. May I say, on the back of that, some things. Firstly, as an industry, can I say congratulations, you have nailed horses. Horses are done. You've got them. Listen, we look back at stuff like Red Dead and go, Jesus, did I ride that blocky nonsense in the past? Not anymore. Now they've musculature. It's fantastic. But on a more grim note, this industry has been mired occasionally in scandal and people being controversies about people's agendas and people's interests. And one thing has become evidently clear, by the way, as you play an immersion of games, as I have for the last while, of the bill, even the best game nominations. What's with all the herbs? What is the obsession with getting us to collect herbs? What kind of secret herb-based agenda is the video game in? Are you in the pockets of Big Herb? That's the question I have. Whether it's The Witcher, this goes back to Resident Evil and the blue and the green and the red, you'd mix them together. Even Batman was finding plants in the middle. I played a lot of Batman, by the way, this year. I know it's not one of the best games now, but I played a lot of Batman, which is unusual for me because I don't play a lot of driving games. But play a lot of Batman this year. But Jesus, would you let it go with the herbs, right? I would like to see one AAA game that has proper evidence-based medicine within it rather than this ludicrous mix some wolfsbane into this kind of nonsense. Right? So we've got that as an issue. And they've gone so broad. They've gone so broad that to a certain extent, it's embarrassing to play. Metal Gear Solid 5 is the perfect example. Fabulous game. Again, congratulations to anyone involved in Metal Gear Solid 5. Wonderful piece of gaming software. But almost too much choice. To a certain extent, like people go, oh, how did you handle that mission? Oh, how did you handle that mission? Because I know when I handle that mission, oh, you could do so much with it. Oh, I went around the back and then I waited until nighttime and then sent a drone around the left and then I waited for a lightning strike to come from here and then I set up charges here that led to clap them and then everyone came to a pooled area here and I shot them. How did you do it? I crawled and strangled. That's all I did. And in every mission, I crawled, and then I got scared, and I waited, and then I strangled, and then I crawled out. That is how I played every level on Metal Gear Solid 5, right? Too much choice, ladies and gentlemen. There's too much. There's a tyranny of choice at this stage. No, it's remarkable. And you create within your industry, and I've often said this to you, you can do things that no other industry can do in terms of how you tell stories and how you draw those stories out. And just in terms of how you create visual effects. It is literally impossible to create the beautiful effects that, I say literally impossible. Some of them aren't that difficult. Where's your Bob gone? Oh, he's gone to the Rapture. That's where Bob has gone. Oh, everyone's gone to the Rapture. Okay, some of the effects are surprisingly easy to recreate on a cheap level, right? Yes, fabulous game, everyone got to the Rapture. Everyone kept quoting it, by the way, as it being Armageddon meets the Archers. That was the quote I kept hearing, as if that was somehow twee. Have you heard the Archers recently? It's grim, nothing like the Archers, it's hideous. It is we want to recreate various moments from the games. That was the most obvious easy one you could do. The Fulton recovery device is difficult to achieve in a walled environment, to go thump up at the end. More difficult is The Witcher. I mean, we even bought the prop and everything, but there just was a lack of willingness. I mean, we've got the unicorn, but there's only me, and no one wants to see that. There's a chance that many people in the room don't know what I'm referring to, but get the YouTube clip. It's really genuinely worth it. For things. So it's been a remarkable year, this. In all terms, all these, I've mentioned practically all the nominees at this stage. I've mentioned, and you'll have Rocket League. That's the only one of the best game nominees. Congratulations to Rocket League as well. Let's give them a big round of applause, along with all the others mentioned. Nominated for best game this year. A nomination treated with a wry smile, I'd imagine, by the FIFA 16 team. Going, what do you mean? We put women in. We did all sorts of physics for them. We made loads of effort. And it turns out you wanted rocket cars. I give up. Right? As I said, I didn't play. I played the wrong game. There was an element of thing that in terms that I had to immerse, because during the year, I seemed to play the wrong game. Played loads of Batman, played Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2, which are fantastic games. Although I've spotted that ultimately you walk around a kind of an area which you keep looping around and being killed by ghosts, and you have to learn the movements of the ghosts, so in order to defeat them. It's just Pac-Man. Essentially, the entire Dark Souls thing is just Pac-Man with a kind of a horse that looks like a tree with spiders coming out of his eyes, or whatever the hell it is that's doing, there's nothing major going on there. But actually, what I have learned in the last few years is that I have children, and that often limits the amount of games you'll play, and then they grow up, and what has happened is that they now are playing the games, right? So I actually get less time to play the big AAA kind of nominees because my children want to play, specifically LEGO Dimensions. Big hello to anyone involved in LEGO Dimensions, or indeed to anyone involved in any of the Toys to Life of the Family nominations, to spread that love around, right? Because it is a feel of it. And watching your child, for me, watching my little one, just build a toy and then place it onto a pad, and then for the toy to magically appear in the game is the most irritating. Just how dare you have this magic for you to take for granted at 4? This is how you think the universe worked. I'm standing over my children going, I used to have to type games in from a magazine, right? Line by line, and then it wouldn't work, and I'd have to check. You don't know you're born at this stage. Can I put Marty McFly on now? Yes, you can put Marty McFly on now. Anyway, crossover would be great. LEGO Dimensions, Dark Souls. Is there any chance you could bring those two together? Because I think a tree with spiders for eyes in LEGO, that'd be fantastic. If you could do that for me, that'd be great. I played a load of these games, but I know that there is an element as well within this industry that next year is kind of the year that we know is going to be quite stunning. This has been one of the years where you've seen this generation absolutely working at its apex, and it's a pleasure to see these games. But the reality of the virtual reality of what's going to happen over the next year is the thing that's going to be particularly exciting. And I know that I can see across the queues a mile long to try out, whether Oculus or the Sony want to try out these virtual reality. And yes, of course, it is going to be a revolution. When we finally get this to work with a totally immersive situation with the mask and everything, there are people for whom VR is going to be the greatest thing in the world. And obviously, I'm talking about burglars. For burglars, there is going to be no greater joy than breaking into a house and seeing someone like me just lost in their own world. They can take a break, they can rest, they can watch me for a while, and they can return to slowly denuding my house of valuables, including, most ironically, the television. That would be a particular joy if you're a burglar, to walk the telly out as you're there fighting burglars in your own front room. Yeah, I'll show you with my magic powers. Oh, where's everything gone? burglars or women who were contemplating divorce but just wanted just to check if it was the right thing to do will sit quietly watching you in your dream world going, this is not what I want. But then we'll pack and you'll never know. You leave and it'll be fantastic. This is the miracle which lies ahead of us and what joy it is going to be. And the best thing is, if you put the straps on all of those VR things really tightly, when you take them off, you will have a facial scar, just like all you need is a horse and you'll be the hero you've always wanted to be. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the awards tonight? Are we? Of course we are. Of course we are. What joy it will be. Our first award for the evening is for music, which at this stage has reached a level of full orchestral scores, and yet still haunted by the knowledge that no matter what you do with your orchestra, you'll never be as good as the music from Thing on a Spring on the Commodore 64. So, who better to present this award than a video games journalist who's just released her own debut single? She's an actor, a producer, a singer-songwriter, and the host of IGN's Daily Fix. Please welcome all the way from LA, Naomi Kyle.
Thank you, Dara. By the way, I called dibs on that unicorn plushie. That thing was super cute. Okay, thank you so much for having me tonight. The award for music celebrates the evocative and stirring soundtracks and compositions of the games that we love. Great musical scores complement the games that they are made for, but also stand on their own to become just as memorable as the gameplay, the artwork, and the narrative of the games that inspired them. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Music. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Fallout 4. Halo 5, Guardians. Ori and the Blind Forest.
And the Bafta goes to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture!
I can't look at Dara because I had a dream about him last night involving table tennis and an indecent amount of baby oil. I am a deeply left-wing feminist woman with a degenerative disease who tried to take down a major publisher. It's a fucking miracle to be standing here. I failed, but a very few quick thank yous to the amazing Chinese room. Thank you so much. To my mum and my son who are watching tonight, I love you both. Oh God, to Sony Music who were amazing, Pete, Keith and Joel. To Frida Kahlo, who taught me that pain could be transformative and made into something beautiful. To Jim Fowler, my incredible orchestrator. Jim, I couldn't have done it without you. No one likes to admit they have orchestrators, but they are the heart of this industry. And to my husband, Dan, who is co-creative director of the Chinese Room with me. I love you. I couldn't have done it without you. You're my everything, Dan. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I've been presenting these awards for years, but yet I found that more affecting than most speeches I've... Our next award is for Best British Game. Historically, the British, you've always been very good at inventing games. Football, rugby, cricket, tennis, golf. Jesus, let people just relax, for Christ's sake. What's the rules? To present the award for Best British Game, though, we need a quintessentially British guest from a quintessentially British institution. So who better than a Cockney geezer from a TV show about Jack the Ripper? Fresh from playing Detective Sergeant Frank Thatcher in Ripper Street, please welcome Benjamin O'Mahony.
Whoa, it's heavy. Thank you, Dara. Playing a detective in Victorian London, I've had the opportunity to recreate some of Whitechapel's most gruesome murders. But if I look at the murders in some of this year's games, it's clearly nothing compared to the dark, messed up crap that's going on in the head of some of tonight's nominees. I mean, seriously, what did some of your parents do to you? You can share, it's a safe space. The British video game industry has grown from its legion of bedroom coders in the 80s to become the envy of the world. This award recognises the huge hub of creative talent that we have on these shores through games that transcend cultures and yet are so uniquely ours. Let's take a look at the nominees.
British Game. Batman Arkham Knight. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Let's get this over and done with. I've got my parishioners to attend to.
Her Story.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business.
Prison Architect. Tearaway Unfolded. Until Dawn.
What the hell have you done to them? Psychopath.
And the Bafta for Best British Game goes to Batman Arkham Knight.
Wow, really didn't expect that, so totally have absolutely nothing prepared at all. Just want to say, obviously, this is to everyone on the team. It's about 140 people, developers worked on it. It sounds like a lot of people, but compared to some of the big studios, we're not massive. So thanks to you guys all sitting, a lot of you guys down the front here. Brilliant, awesome, great job. And, thanks very much. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And now the award for artistic achievement. To present the award, the voice behind the most badass of protagonists, master of many disguises, and whose reputation took only a slight knock when his character was controlled by the Chuckle Brothers in a recent promotional video. It can only be Agent 47 himself. Please welcome David Batesham.
Hello there. And thank you, Dara. And thank you to the thousands of Hitman fans out there who've used samples of my voice as Agent 47 in making prank calls. I'm now barred from several leading bank chains, Domino's Pizza, and a small Eastern European country. Thank you for that. Our nominees in the Artistic Achievement category have used their creative genius to transform nuts and bolts into works of art. Let's see who have caught our eye this year.
Artistic Achievement. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Batman: Arkham Knight. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Their line has gone out through all the earth. And their words to the end of the world.
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
I'll see you in hell, boss.
Ori and the Blind Forest. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt.
The Bafta for Artistic Achievement goes to Ori and the Blind Forest.
Wow, thank you. I did not expect that. Okay, I think a couple of thank yous are in order. I want to thank the whole art team, specifically Max Stegen and Simon Kopp. I couldn't have done that without you. And of course, Stefan Unger. I want to thank the whole team. I want to thank Microsoft. I want to thank our friends and families who supported us throughout this whole production. And of course, our fans who, we made this game for. And with that, thank you all so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you, guys. Now, interspersed throughout the evening, we'll be taking a close look at the 6 games, I mentioned them already, that are up for the Best Game Award. Now, Master Chief has Cortana, Portal has GLaDOS, and we have our own Bafta Artificial Intelligence Assistant, who's going to tell you about the first Best Game nominee.
Best Game nominee.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
Life is Strange. Life is Strange is a 5-part episodic drama-adventure video game.
Nathan Prescott is messed up.
The game focuses on Maxine Caulfield,
Whoa! No!
who discovers that she has the ability to rewind time.
Max, what's going on?
Back in her hometown, Max re-encounters her childhood friend Chloe.
Let's dance!
As they try to uncover the disturbing truth behind the sudden disappearance of a fellow student, the pair find themselves exposed to the darker side of Arcadia Bay.
Get the hell away from her, man. Stop harassing my friends.
Look there at Best Game nominee, Life is Strange. If it doesn't win, this decision will have consequences. Now, the award for audio achievement, celebrating the men and women who slave away in sunless sound studios for our oral pleasure, an environment where developing rickets is a genuine occupational hazard. To present this award, please welcome the man who is the most likely to be mobbed on the street by small armies of Minecraft fans. That's if they ever let him out of the studio, such as the runaway success of his YouTube channel. Please welcome Stampy Cat.
Thanks, Dara. Hello, everyone. I'm Stampy, and I'm here to award the Audio Achievement Award. And I think that when a game has really good audio, then sometimes you kind of don't really notice that it's game audio. Like when everything just sounds exactly how you expect it should sound, then it just seems real. You know, it just draws you into the world you're inhabiting and kind of, you know, just helps create the feeling that you're really there. But beyond that, great audio can also create atmosphere, comedy, and I think most importantly, emotion as well. So let's hear the nominees for Audio Achievement this year.
Audio Achievement. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Batman: Arkham Knight. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
I can't do it. Don't ask me to do it. You're asking me to sign their death warrant, my own family.
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Star Wars: Battlefront. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt.
And the Bafta is awarded to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Reinforcements this time.
What? I don't have any. What? No, okay. They've sent me out front to talk about this, but yes. Wow, what an incredible honour. I can't quite believe it. Yeah, I want to thank everyone that contributed to the audio. The entire team was a big part of it. Everyone at Sony Audio. There's Keith, Pete, Joel, Eric, Rob, Scott, just everyone there, and everyone at Side, all the wonderful performers, the musicians, everyone that just made it such a great, wonderful soundtrack. And thank you to Dan and Jess for bringing me along on this crazy ride. It's been incredible. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, Chinese Room winning there for audio achievement. I'd like to thank the entire staff of the Chinese Room for coming on and chaperoning their inappropriate boss. Our next award is for those developers making their debuts in 2015. And to present the award, please welcome Studio Director of Media Molecule, the geniuses who brought us Little Big Planet and Tearaway, Siobhan Reddy.
love Jessica, just FYI. Okay, so thank you, Dara. Our company, Media Molecule, grew from really humble beginnings, a bunch of friends above a bathroom shop in Guildford, to what it is today, whatever that is, and it's pretty cool. So it's really, really exciting for me to be able to present this award, to see new developers make their first forays into the games industry. Indie producers and crowd-funded titles have worked so hard after the last year to become the next big thing. And there's a wealth of creative talent on display. The future is really bright. So let's see who's in the running for debut game.
Debut game. Her story.
Simon sometimes plays games. And Save the Princess. That kind of thing.
Keep talking and nobody explodes. Lovers in a dangerous space-time. Mini Metro. Ori and the Blind Forest. Prune.
Okay, and the Bafta goes to Her Story.
Feels slightly wrong to be getting a best debut at the age of 37, but maybe it shows good things come to those who wait. Thank you, Bafta, for this award. Her story was me having spent 15 or so years in the games industry, wanting to push something in a very extreme direction, try something experimental, and see if there was an audience for it, see if it would work. And judging by the last 6 months, it has worked. So. Receiving this is a nice full stop on that. Thank you to my wife Claire, who supported me morally and financially for this game, to the Indie Fund, who likewise supported me. Thank you especially to Viva Seifert, whose performance, I think without her, Her Story wouldn't have happened, it wouldn't have worked. It's very hard to imagine that game without Viva. Thank you.
It's always very brave of a winner of an award to both accept the award and declare that he's actually not eligible for it in the same sentence. So if we could remove it from him at the door. That would be helpful. Sorry, Claire. The games in our next category are designed to be enjoyed by the whole family. This is the first year in which I've been properly playing these games with my children and one of the nominees in here. So please, I hope LEGO Dimensions wins or I'm a terrible parent. Now you'll literally make a 4-year-old boy cry. Here to present the award, one of the nicest men in the business, not content with making its own award-winning titles, his company also helps small developers publish games as well. From Double Fine, please welcome Greg Rice.
Thanks, Dara. You're too nice. Not all video games are obsessed with blood, gore, violence, or sexy scenes on top of unicorns. And the rich variety of family-friendly titles increases each year. Video games can be instructional, educational, inspirational, and create a bond between the generations. The nominees tonight showcase the very best titles with a PEGI age rating of 12 or under. Let's take a look at the nominees.
FIFA 16. Guitar Hero Live. Lego Dimensions.
Mamma mia!
Super Mario Maker. Rocket League.
And the Bafta for family goes to Rocket League.
Wow. It's my favorite kind of fan mail when I get letters from parents that say, thank you for making a game that I can play so easily with my kids. So this is exceptionally special to me for that reason alone. I'd like to thank the entire development team, of course. Your dedication and belief in this project is something I'm always going to remember. And I want to thank our families that supported us along the way, our fans, past, present, and future. And I'd like to thank the pros that demonstrate how amazing you can be in this game. And I appreciate this award. Thanks a lot.
Okay, time now to see another one of our nominees for Best Game. It is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Best Game nominee.
I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The Witcher is a story-driven, next-generation open-world role-playing game set in a visually stunning fantasy universe, full of meaningful choices and impactful consequences.
Ah, The Witcher. Should have expected as much.
In The Witcher, you play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter tasked with finding a child from an ancient prophecy. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Also includes boobs. Next up, we have the award for Game Innovation, otherwise known as the Yes, Yes, Where's My VR Helmet Award. To present the award is the man at the forefront of virtual reality development. Yes, it'll be his name you use in vain when you get motion sickness on a virtual roller coaster or bang your knee on the coffee table whilst deep-sea scuba diving. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Dave Ranyard.
Hello. Thank you, Dara. So I was so excited when I found out I was presenting the award for Game Innovation. I've spent 20 years making innovative games, some hits and some not. So I know just how hard it is to create something totally new, to put your neck out and go against the status quo. But innovation is the lifeblood of our industry. And without these inventors, we would never progress to find new experiences. So I'd like to thank each and every nominee in the Game Innovation category for their ingenuity, their determination, but most of all for being crazy enough to do it. So let's take a look at the nominees.
Game Innovation. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
You take one step closer, I'll bash your bloody skull in, I swear to God.
All right, I'm going.
Her Story.
Childhood sweetheart. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Life is Strange.
We're gonna get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho! No!
Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Splatoon. Until Dawn.
Run! Yes, run!
And the Bafta Award for Game Innovation goes to Her Story.
Hi, it's me again. The big innovation in Her Story was me saying, can I make a game that is just about a human story, just about subtext, just about performance, and nothing else? And you can. So it'd be great if lots of people copied me, and we had more games like that. Thank you.
Now, tonight celebrates the upper echelon of those working in the video games industry today, but what about those working in the games industry tomorrow? Just who are those people who are breathing down your necks, waiting to sit in your chairs to take your jobs, your sleepless nights, your collective bad nutrition, your lack of sun-giving vitamin D, and your carpal tunnel syndrome? Well, fret not, because we here at Bafta are hunting them down on your behalf with our Bafta Young Game Designers Initiative, or YGD. This year, YGD is focused on establishing and growing partnerships across the education sector and with code clubs across the country. As programming and computing design grow in importance, Bafta YGD offers teachers and code club leaders a unique opportunity for young people to engage with and learn from the very best the industry has to offer. The competition for 2016 is open, and the winners will be announced at a special ceremony at Bafta in July. If you know someone aged between 10 and 18 years that has the skills and imagination to design their own game, Bafta wants to hear from them. And if you're still not sure what on earth I'm banging about, then perhaps this video will help.
Bafta Young Game Designers is an exciting competition that gives anyone between the ages of 10 to 18 the chance to find out what it's really like to work in the games industry. To enter, young people up and down the country are asked to design the concept of a new game, or have a go at coding their own with the help of a teacher or mentor. The lucky finalists are whizzed down to Bafta HQ, in London, for the glitzy YGD Awards, co-hosted by yours truly, Ben Shires, along with the wonderful Jane Douglas.
You excited to be here? Good! I'm here because I won the Game Concept Award.
There's a part of me that sort of fantasised about this moment, but I never thought it would actually happen.
I won the award for the game making age 10 to 14.
You didn't think you'd win it? Because there's loads of other people who've done really amazing games.
Camille Tullieo.
Utopia of Rhythm by Jack Mills.
Well, congratulations again to all the winners and all the nominees. Good job, guys.
But the prize for these fledgling games creators isn't just a shiny plaque. Oh no! They also get to visit some of our YGD partner studios, including Google, where they try out some spanking new tech and meet some real-life developers.
My name is Arthur Rohat. I'm a game designer at Criterion Games.
And I'm Mirza Shairovich, and I'm a programmer at Criterion Games.
We got to meet loads of game developers that have been making games, and we heard their stories and their failure, their successes, and how they get around making games and getting their games heard about.
We could definitely feel the passion that they had for gaming, and they had loads of good advice for us.
An afternoon kicking back and picking the creative minds behind some of our favourite games? It surely can't get better than that. Oh, but it does! There's one final surprise in store. Winners of the competition visit Abertay University in Dundee, where their prototypes have been made into real games.
Jack's first level was fantastic, and we kind of just took it apart, took all the mechanics apart, decided what we liked, and eventually came to a consensus on the kind of level we like to make.
Abertay University is a world leader in computer games technology and computer arts, so it's the perfect place to find out more on what courses you can take after school or college to help you land your dream job in the games industry.
When I saw my game, I couldn't stop smiling.
We upgraded the artwork through it. We took it from a 2D game and converted it into a full 3D game.
Yeah, I'm happy that they fleshed out my idea and improved it.
The way they used some of the mechanics and stuff, I never would have thought of it, and then seeing other people play it.
It's really nice to see someone work on what you've done and make it better.
With Bafta YGD, the possibilities are endless. I mean, last year, the games were so good that even their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, got involved, no less, in a spot of regal button bashing.
I didn't expect at all that my game would be played by royalty.
Looks as if they're having a royally good time. Right, yeah. It's kind of treasonable, that line, wasn't it? Moving on.
Loads of people will have wacky ideas or some ideas which are similar to others. It's absolutely fine, just have a go at it. You might even get an award like me.
If designing games and hobnobbing with the industry's finest, and me, sounds like your cup of tea, then now is your chance to take it to the next level.
I'd definitely say if you're thinking about a career in games, definitely enter the Bafta YGD competition.
We're on the lookout for the very best games makers aged 10 to 18. And you never know, nominees, it could be one of these super talented youngsters you're having to pretend clap at a Bafta Games Awards in a not too distant future. So watch out.
Yes, tomorrow's young gaming talent rubbing your old weary faces in it today. I'd like to also thank Ben Charles for a voiceover that started high but still found somewhere else to go. Talking of young bright lights, it's time for our Bafta Ones to Watch award with Dare to be Digital. This award is for sickening and talented young people with their fresh faces and trendy hair and their knowing what Snapchat is and how to use emojis and all that stuff. To present it, we have the star of the indie smash hit Her Story, one of the performances of the year. Was she a split personality or was she a pair of murderous twins separated at birth? That question I'm not actually asking rhetorically. I didn't finish it. Was she a split personality or did she... Please, somebody, I never got to the clip. I couldn't find a word to unlock it. Jeez, it drove me up the wall. Okay, please show your appreciation for Viva Seifert.
Thank you, Dara.
I know. Yeah, but you kill people.
Anyway, it's a great honor to be here with you all tonight, and I am so thrilled that Mr. Barlow's independent avant-garde video game has been enjoyed by so many. 2 awards, yes! And as for my performance, I'm pleased to say that all those years of watching episodes of The Bill have finally paid off. Anyways, the Bafta Ones to Watch Award shortlists the 3 winning teams of this year's Dare to be Digital, a hard-fought games design competition contested between the world's leading universities and is run by the University of Abertay. All 3 of our talented finalists have rich futures in the industry, but only one team can win tonight. Let's see the nominees.
Bafta Ones to Watch Award in association with Dare to be Digital. Selfie Nation. Sundown. The Wall Shall Stand.
And the Bafta Ones to Watch Award in association with Dare to be Digital goes to Sundown.
Thank you. It's quite an honor to be here, especially among all of the other Dare to be Digital teams, which made fantastic games over the last summer. So first of all, I'd like to give a few thank yous. There's been a few team members who were not able to join us tonight. Stephen Lee, Jade Kim, and Kenny Regan. Hope you're watching this. Thank you guys. Finally, I'd like to thank all of the faculty, mentors, and professors who have helped us along the journey, as well as our friends and family who have supported us. So yeah, thank you.
The winning team, they're Sundown, but it is strictly black tie, so I'm afraid they will have to leave. Would have killed you to rent a tux, boys. So. Take their Bafta at the door. Okay, so. Okay, time to have a look at another game nominated for Best Game this evening.
Best Game Nominee. Rocket League. Rocket League is a high-powered hybrid of arcade-style soccer and vehicular mayhem with easy-to-understand controls and physics-driven gameplay. With more than 100 billion possible customization combinations, a fully featured offline season mode, multiple game types, casual and competitive online matches, and special mutators that let you change the game rules entirely. Rocket League is the ultimate, all-ages, multiplayer experience. Best Game Nominee.
Rocket League. Nominated this evening for Best Game. Fair play to Psyonix. They have somehow made a bestseller at a Top Gear challenge, and I salute them for that. Yeah. Now, we'll see the rest of the Best Game nominees later on, but next up is the award for Original Property. Original Property is hugely important to this industry, and it's exciting to discover which game we'll be playing the 10th installment of in a decade's time. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to playing Everybody Has Gone to the Rapture 2019 and Her Story: Black Ops. Yeah. To present the award, we have one of the bona fide AAA stars of YouTube. Not content with nearly 10 million subscribers on one YouTube channel, he jumped onto Twitch and became the first person to reach 1 million followers. Please welcome Tom Cassell, aka The Syndicate Project.
All right, thank you very much for having me. After the 3 years of being invited up here, I finally managed to make it over from LA once, so thank you very much. But it's every game developer's dream to create the next big thing. We've seen people create incredible titles ranging from simulating a goat to achieving your final form as a piece of toast. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing games being played by millions around the world. With that said, let's get looking at the nominees.
Original Property. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Jesus, can you try to talk to an onion? You can't. Stephen, I have
to. Her Story.
Sam is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair.
Life is Strange.
After 5 years, you're still not talking. Don't give me the guilty face. At least pretend you're glad to see me.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Ori and the Blind Forest. Splatoon. Until Dawn.
You can take that gun in front of you and shoot Ashley, or you can shoot yourself. Whoever is left can live. The choice is yours.
And the award goes to the game that made me shit myself and make me hate people called Emily, Until Dawn.
Wow. I had a dream about you. No, I didn't. I don't know what to say. Really didn't expect this. It's such an honour and such a privilege to collect this on behalf of the Until Dawn team. Really, such a talented and hard-working. Everyone knows how difficult it is in this industry to get any game out, and to get something original out. It takes a tremendous effort. So thanks to a few other people that are here, in addition to the team. We've got some guests over from the States, Peter Polk, who ran our performance shoots out in the US, Larry Fessenden and Graham Resnick, who wrote a script for us that was both hilarious and very smart, very intelligent. And a big thanks to our friends at Sony, one person in particular that stuck by this project throughout and backed us all the way and showed a lot of respect and courage for us while we were making it, and that's John Rostron. Thank you.
Until Dawn, which I have not played because I'm scared. Okay. On to the award for game design, celebrating those games whose every nuance has been crafted to perfection. Personally, I'm not a fussy man. My award in this category goes to any game that doesn't make you follow a non-playable character who walks really slowly. Are you coming? To present this award, there was a man who has no troubles with design. His game Monument Valley won 2 Baftas last year from Us 2 Productions and a Bafta Breakthrough Brit in 2014. Please welcome Daniel Gray.
Good evening. I know at first hand how challenging it can be to design a world that will capture the eyes of the most demanding of gamers. Thankfully, in our industry, there are many, many amazing people who are more than up to that challenge. The last 12 months has seen an amazing variety of excellent game design, and it's time to take a look at some of that excellence. Here are the nominees.
Game design. Bloodborne. Grow Home. Her Story.
Yeah, that's me. But February, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Rocket League. The Witcher 3, Wild.
The Bafta for game design goes to Bloodborne.
Yeah, what an honor to receive this. Totally wasn't expecting to be standing up here. Hopefully we don't look like the Japanese mafia up here tonight. I'd just like to thank Hidetaka Miyazaki, who's the game director. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it out here tonight. He's literally like the busiest man we know. He's also the CEO of the very, very talented studio From Software. And as you all know, they just, they've wrapped up work on Dark Souls 3, and I think it's coming out here next week, which is also available to play on PlayStation 4. Last time I checked, PS4 was still the best place to play. And also, just like to thank these two guys here, Yamagiwa-san and Toriyama-san, who's joining me tonight, and all the people back in Sony Japan studio, all our colleagues in America, Europe, and of course here in the UK, and all their friends and families. Without them, this game couldn't have been possible. And last but not least, all the fans and all the Bloodborne players watching, all the passion and the love of this game, and since it's been out, it's been incredible, and it makes all those very, very long days and nights and the countless hours that we all put into it so worthwhile. So thank you very much.
Pac-Man. Okay. We now come to a brand new award for Baffled, the AMD Esports Audience Award. This is the one award that makes you feel like Grandpa Simpsons. This is new, I don't think I understand it, and it frightens me. Nonetheless, the esports industry has gone from zero to the speed of light in a few short years with new events and ever-increasing prize pools, but it'd be nothing without the thousands of gamers playing and spectating over the world, so it's only right that this award is decided by them, the audience. And here to present it is a legend of the genre, one of the original hosts and commentators, a huge talent behind the mic. Please give a warm welcome to Paul Radier Challoner.
It's all right, we all make mistakes, Dara. As the Dalek said, climbing off the dustbin. Marks out of 10? No? Okay. Thank you anyway. It's a privilege and an honour to be standing here at the Bafta Games Awards, presenting the first ever AMD Esports Audience Award. I've been lucky enough to witness the spectacular rise of esports over the last 15 years, and in 2015, it once again set new records and broke new ground. One tournament alone had more than $18 million in prize money, the fifth largest prize pool of any all time, including traditional sports. Iconic stadiums were used, arenas were sold out, including Madison Square Gardens, the Staples Centre, and even Wembley Arena right here in London. We also saw record viewing numbers, more than 20 million tuned in on a regular basis to large esports events all over the world, and with more than 60 million recorded at some of the World Championships in 2015. It's been an amazing year. Esports is driven by the passion of the fans, so it's only right that they have their say too. So let's take a look at the nominees for the AMD Esports Audience Award.
AMD Esports Audience Award. Call of Duty, Black Ops 3.
That was awesome. With the play that what a big throw!
What a game. Counter-Strike, Global Offensive.
Use the 2000 there, so he's going to get headshot. You're probably going to win that fight.
2 kills for him to start things off, but Edward is doing work as well. Apex, a 3rd kill for him.
Dota 2.
See if they can fight the back this amount. Looking for the red come up to Alexei. We'll find it here.
Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. League of Legends. Smite.
The AMD Esports Audience Award goes to Smite.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much to everyone. And I think, wasn't expecting this at all. So, yeah, I didn't prepare anything. So thank you so much. And I think, what I would like to say is on the behalf of everyone in our studio in Alpharetta, I think, we would like to thank our community because they help us every day to shape the game and make sure we're developing the game to offer the best experience. So really excited with that, and thank you very much for your support.
Congratulations to Smite. And a big thank you to whoever wrote Red Eye with a series of random capital letters and made me look like Ron Burgundy here, reading everything out. Time for a look at another one of the nominees for Best Game.
Best Game nominee. Fallout 4. As the sole survivor of Vault 111, you enter a world destroyed by nuclear war.
As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here. I'll help if I can.
Every second is a fight for survival, and every choice is yours. Only you can rebuild and determine the fate of the wasteland. Fallout 4. Welcome home.
Let's go, pal.
Look there at Fallout 4 nominated for Best Game this evening. Now, the next is the award for mobile and handheld. Mobile games have come a long way since the heady days of Snake. Now, they have an advertising budget so huge they can accommodate Arnold Schwarzenegger, but then so can compare the market. Arnie may, however, have set a precedent, and we look forward to playing Donald Trump's wall-building simulator sometime soon. Have you enough pesos? To present the award is the champion of all things tech. Please put your hands together for Otis Steely.
Good evening. Thank you, Dara. Now, in my work on the Gadget Show, I've witnessed mobiles and handhelds shrink in size faster than Kanye West's Twitter following, album sales, and self-esteem. Nowadays, thank you. Nowadays, wherever we go, the vibrant and diverse world of gaming is always at our fingertips, and developers are constantly pushing the boundaries with every technological update. Here are the nominees for the Bafta Mobile and Handheld Award.
Mobile and handheld. Alpha Bear. Fallout Shelter. Her Story.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too.
Lara Croft Go. Prune. The Room 3.
And the BAFTA goes to Her Story.
You have to go easy. There's only so much room under my chair over there to put these things. This is a cool award for me because part of the kind of impetus to go indie and make this game was looking at the mobile market and seeing the kind of innovative, fresh experiences that developers were creating. And I kind of knew that I wanted to jump into that when I realized how jealous I was of the stuff that they were getting up to and things they were making. So this one means a lot to me. Thank you.
No, you loved him when he was a fresh-faced debutante, but now you're tired of him and all his awards. Now for the award for multiplayer, one of the fiercest contested categories going. To present the award, please welcome a games journalist, TV and radio presenter, including hosting Radio 1's first ever dedicated gaming show and the BBC's first forays into esports broadcasting. Please welcome Julia Hardy.
Bad idea. Hello, how are we? So thanks so much, Dara. With more and more multiplayer games entering the market, never has there been a better time in our lives to shout "noob" really loudly down a headset to a complete stranger. I mean, it's fun. And also you get bonus points, you know, if it makes them kind of log off in a strop. I keep an informal scoring system. Anyway, here are the nominees for Best Multiplayer.
Multiplayer. Destiny, The Taken King. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Rocket League. Splatoon. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
They're flanking us. I'm down. Right behind that wall. Keep moving, guys. I see him.
World of Warships.
Wow. So the BAFTA for multiplayer goes to Rocket League.
Unlike Sam, I have plenty of room under my seat. So multiplayer has been a big part of our studio's legacy, so I'm really happy to receive this. I started in multiplayer, and I got to give some credit to Epic Games for getting me into the industry with a multiplayer game that was called Onslaught for Unreal Tournament 2004. And since then, keep making multiplayer games, and I'm going to keep making multiplayer games. So thank you very much.
Our next award is for story. Now, as a new medium, gaming has always been treated maybe like the weaker relation to film. I mean, if you simply look at the story in the recent Star Wars film, the bad guys have a big gun that can blow up planets, and the good guys have to stop it just in time. Where do they get their ideas? Take that, Mark Hamill, for not attending. Our next guest is a voice actor who's brought some of the best stories in video games to life. His CV reads like a who's who of iconic characters. Joel in The Last of Us, Booker DeWitt in BioShock Infinite, not to mention Batman, Robin, and the Joker. Not all at the same time, of course. That would be confusing. Please welcome Troy Baker.
Thank you, Dara. Thank you very, very much. You know, being an actor who's been fortunate enough to be entrusted with some pretty remarkable roles, I understand not only the benefit, but the necessity of a good story. And I would say that we are truly lucky to be in an industry who has some of the world's most brilliant story writers, where they've united to ply their trade, proving that great games and great stories go hand in hand. And in video games, we've seen innovations in storytelling like in no other medium. So here are the nominees for story.
Story. Everybody's gone to the Rapture.
I don't know what's happened, but Will Stevens seems to think he's responsible. I reckon he is. Jesus Christ. Help me. Oh, Lord.
Her story.
Come back to speak to me. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing.
Life is strange.
Get the hell away from her, man. Stop harassing my friends.
You don't have any friends.
Like you know. You're not even a real cop. You're a security guard.
Undertale. Until Dawn.
It's beyond awesome to have you guys all back this year. First off, I gotta say, I am super excited to welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway.
The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
And the Bafta for story goes to Life is Strange.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations. This is yours. It's quite heavy.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Excuse my English first. I want to thank everyone in Don't Nerd and everyone in Square Enix because those guys believe in the game from the very beginning. Thank you, Square. Your works. I want to thank the two people who helped me to write the story of Life is Strange. It's Christian Devine and Sebastian Renard. Guys, this is for you too. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much to the Bafta for this award, and we want to thank also the community who really love this game, and for everyone who liked the fact that we tried to do something different in this game, to talk about some themes that sometimes we are not talking about in video games, and we are really, really happy that it worked and that people get into the story of the characters and love the game. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now let's have a look at our penultimate nominee for Best Game.
Best Game nominee.
Breaker 9, call in on 9. This is Lost Cowboy looking for anyone out there.
Everybody's gone to the Rapture. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture tells the story of the inhabitants of a remote English valley who are caught up in world-shattering events beyond their control or understanding.
You take one step closer, I'll bash your bloody skull in, I swear to God.
All right, I'm going.
You must piece together their fate from the ghost-like whispers of their memories.
Please.
Don't come near me!
Meg!
Charlie!
Meg!
To find out how they lived, how they died, and what they held most dear as the world ended.
You've taken everyone I've ever loved from me. You've made me do things I never even thought I was capable of. But if you think I'm coming with you... Kate? Wait. Stop. Kate.
Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Our penultimate nominee for Game of the Year there. Next up, we have the award for Persistent Game, also known as the I Thought I'd Stop Paying For You award. Here to present the award from outside Xbox, the super duper Jane Douglas.
Thank you, Dara. Good evening, everybody. With huge leaps forward in technology, game worlds have seen their universes expand and populate with life to a level that few of us ever thought would be possible. These worlds are always on, evolving according to the whims of their player bases, even when the console or PC is switched off.
Persistent Game. Destiny, the Taken King. Final Fantasy XIV Online. Guitar Hero Live. Lego Dimensions. Prison Architect. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Okay, and the Bafta goes to Prison Architect.
I've lost my voice. And even with a lost voice, Chris can't address an audience. Not a problem. We're good friends. I promised myself I wasn't going to come up and say I was stunned I hadn't prepared a speech because you're bored of hearing that, but it's so true. I need to thank Humble Bundle for getting Introversion back on its feet when we were not on our feet. I need to thank Ryan Sumo for doing the incredible art for Prison Architect. Yeah, give Ryan a clap. Wherever that was from, he's here. Yeah, Ryan's here. I need to thank John Cook and Double 11 for the amazing console build of Prison Architect that's coming out soon, and definitely Bafta for giving us this award. But above all, I need to thank every single one of the gamers that supported us for Prison Architect and put us on the stage today. Thank you, everybody.
Our next award is for Best Sports Game, representing on screen the huge, broad array of athletic activities worldwide. The nominations are 3 games about football, 2 games about cars, and 1 game about playing football with cars. So who better to present the award than a proper sports person, an Olympic champion who won gold at the Vancouver Winter Games in the women's skeleton, an event which sees competitors hurtle down icy slopes at 100 miles per hour on a glorified tea tray. Please welcome Amy Williams.
Everyone. Hi. Thank you, Dara, very much. Making a sports simulation is no easy task. Just getting the looks of each sports star is right on nigh on impossible, when most of them change their hairstyles more than you or me change our socks. This award recognises the sports game that best emulates the playing or management of traditional real-world sports or fitness games. So let's take a look at the nominations.
Sport. Dirt Rally. FIFA 16. Football Manager. Forza Motorsport 6. Pro Evolution Soccer 2016.
Morata, he's in, surely! It's Morata! Wonderful timing! Wonderful player!
Rocket League.
And the Bafta for sports games goes to Rocket League.
Wow. So, I'm a die-hard football fan, and I don't mean the NFL. So to be in this category with these other games at this echelon is, I don't even know what to say. It's incredible. Thank you very much. I love it.
Because there's only so many ways you can say the same thing. Now a look at the final nomination in the Best Game category.
Best Game Nominee.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Taking place 9 years after the events of Ground Zeroes and the fall of Mother Base, Snake, also known as Big Boss, awakes from a 9-year coma. The game resumes the story in 1984, with the Cold War still as the backdrop, which continues to shape a global crisis. Snake's journey takes him into a world where he is driven by a need for revenge on the Shadow Group, Cypher. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Metal Gear Solid 5. So much brilliance, so much utter ludicrousness in the game. That was the last of our featured nominees for Best Game, and we'll find out who wins soon enough. Now for the award for Best Performer, from heroic protagonists to evil antagonists, and even the odd eye-catching and hilarious cameo along the way. Games would be nothing without the actors behind them, many of which have to dress in a green spandex onesie for their art after rolling around in a bath full of ping-pong balls. To present this award, you may know her as Evie Fry in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Please welcome Victoria Atkin.
Hello. Good evening. Thanks to my time in Assassin's Creed, I'm no stranger to creeping around unforgiving environments, knowing that serious danger could be around any corner. And that's just the fan conventions. I've learnt firsthand what it is to play a character in a video game, and it's an experience as fun and demanding as any other. Let's take a look at the nominees for Best Performer.
Performer. Ashley Birch as Chloe Price.
I'm Price. Chloe Price. Bang! Jesus, put that thing down. Chillax, sister. It's not even loaded.
Doug Cockle as Geralt of Rivia.
The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
Merle Dandridge as Kate Collins.
On the plane, Stephen leaned across me and pointed out of the window. Down there, he said. That's home. But all I saw were patches of color.
Oliver Dimsdale as Stephen Appleton.
You made me do things I never even thought I was capable of. But if you think I'm coming with you... Kate?
Mark Hamill as the Joker.
It's Batman. He's abandoned you, thrown you away like an unwanted puppy. Can I have him, Daddy? Oh, please, 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 please. I'll take real good care of him.
Masasa Moyo as Vela.
All right, time to serve this girl up. But first, can I ask just one more time? Honey, why don't we just kill Mog Chothra?
And the BAFTA for Best Performer goes to Merle Dandridge for Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
You beautiful BAFTA people. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Thank you, BAFTA. Thank you, Sony and everyone at Chinese Room for thinking of me for this incredible role. Jess and Dan, your brilliant artistry is only matched by your incredible enthusiasm. It's infectious. Don't ever lose it. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. To my co-star and fellow nominee, Ollie, you are inspiring in your work. To Kate Saxon, our director, you are wonderful. Thank you so much for all of your encouragement and help. Honey, to my husband at home in Los Angeles, look what I'm bringing home, my goodness. I can't even believe this. Kate Collins, she automatically came off the page to me. She is strong, she is smart, she is everything I feel women should be represented as. And all the way back to my first video game character of Alex Vance, I feel like this industry has brought up these kind of amazing women characters. Please don't stop. Please more and more. Thank you so much.
An inspirational speech and also pleading for work. So, okay, sorry. It is nearly time for the big one, the award for Best Game, and I can see some of the nominees already shifting uncomfortably in their seats, or others maybe just wish to get to the bar. Joining us to award Best Game is one of the forefathers of the British game industries. He has a BAFTA outstanding contribution and was awarded a CBE for services to computer games. Please give a very special welcome, to Ian Livingston.
Look at all these young people out there. It's frightening. I joined the games industry not long after chess was invented in 647. I'm delighted to be here. Good evening. BAFTA Games Awards, celebrating the best video games, content, and developers from around the world. Thank you, BAFTA, for supporting us. Yes, it's a $100 billion a year industry, an amazing success story that's not always appreciated or acknowledged. But tonight we celebrate not just the commercial success, but also the culture and the artistic achievements in video games. We have come a long way, and that is down to the passion, the belief, the creative genius of this amazing, diverse talent that we have in this industry. And you just have to witness that tonight to see how amazing all these people are. Blimey, if you carry on like this, we're in danger of becoming socially acceptable. Technology continues to advance the industry like no other entertainment medium. Plenty of challenges, but at the same time, amazing opportunities. Every time there's a new platform, we all go, wow, we're going to make this our own. This is fantastic. So this has been an amazing year. Congratulations to all the winners so far. You're doing amazing things. I'm so jealous. And we've seen so much innovation, not just in hardware, but the reimagining of much-loved franchises and innovative new titles. But there can only be one winner of the Bafta Best Game. So let's have a reminder of the nominees.
Best Game. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Fallout 4. Life is Strange. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Rocket League. The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
And the Bafta for Best Game goes to... Fallout 4.
Well, gosh, this can sound a little bit cliched and perhaps lacking a little bit of credibility, but actually genuinely was not expecting this. Seriously, I think this year the nominees have been such huge quality this year, more so I think than a few years, that I'm genuinely kind of humbled to receive this on behalf of Todd Howard and Bethesda Game Studios. And this is the first time Bethesda Game Studios have actually won the Bafta for Best Game. We won, Bethesda Softworks won it for Dishonored about 4 years ago, but Todd Howard will be really, really chuffed about this. So thanks for everyone for voting, and also thank you to all the fans out there as well who are watching. It's a game, I guess, and it's a franchise that has a huge, hardcore following. You know, passionate people that put 200-300 hours into this game. Huge fans there. We've got a massive community, and yet also we've managed to kind of transcend that into more of a mass market, being one of the top-selling games of last year. So that's really a fantastic achievement on behalf of the studio. But also another note, actually, looking at all the winners tonight, and I look at some of the fantastic games in development, some of the indie games particularly, and looking at what we have as a so-called AAA publisher with AAA development budgets, what I've seen tonight in some of these games with relatively low budgets is truly humbling. It really is. And just have to remember, if anyone looks back at the Fallout franchise to the first couple of games there and the small development budgets that they had in those days and what's been achieved now, then anything really is possible. So encourage everyone just to carry on making great games. So that's what it's all about. You don't have to have the multi-million dollar budgets to make great games. I've seen a huge amount of evidence about that tonight. So thank you for all of that. That's great. And again, thank you to all the fans. It's fantastic to receive this. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
A few health points reduced there. Shouldn't have put it all into intuition. Sorry, he's fine, by the way. Just in case they're being really harsh. Oh, and there's a joke, forget. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final award of the evening. Time has flown. But before we end tonight, we have something very special, the Bafta Fellowship Award. Presenting the fellowship this evening is one of the very pillars of the British video game industry. Not only has he been awarded a Bafta Fellowship himself, but in 2014 he also received an OBE for services to the video game industry. Please show your appreciation for David Braben.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to first say what a lot of amazing games we've seen tonight. They're really, really great. Some real innovation there as well. So congratulations to all the nominees and all the winners. Now, it's a real honour to be here this evening to present the Bafta Fellowship Award. The fellowship is the highest accolade bestowed by Bafta upon an individual in recognition of outstanding contribution to the industry. Now, over the past 20 years, John Carmack's work as game programmer, an engineer and a pioneer has had and continues to have a lasting effect on our industry. His vision and work in games graphics opens our eyes to what we could achieve. His games have become genre-defining, and his attitude on making his advancements accessible has managed to turn players into game makers. Let's have a look at some of our colleagues and myself, and we share our thoughts on John's incredible work.
John Carmack is one of the most famous, renowned and respected video game programmers in the world, in the industry.
But he's more than that. He's an engineer, he's an innovator.
He didn't have a respect for what you can't do. You know, he made things go very quickly.
He figures out how to solve these, industry-changing things, moves everything forward, stops a project, and then kind of looks around for a bunch of new problems to solve.
He makes stuff up and then tells everybody how he did it.
With Doom and with Wolfenstein, he effectively created a genre, and not only a genre, but in the first-person shooter genre, one of the biggest genres in the world. Games like Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, these massive games could not have existed in some ways without Carmack.
No one really saw it coming. We'd had Wolfenstein, but it hadn't become kind of a household name in the same way that Doom did. Doom became a killer app. It was something that sold PCs. It was something that everybody knew about.
I remember being surprised that Doom, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's great, because a lot of us had been playing around with 3D graphics, sort of maze search demos, if you like. It was just the way it took it to a different level.
What John Carmack did was teach the video games industry how to create and structure 3D space.
I think the main innovation was making the software-rendered texture mapping go very fast, but that's probably because I'm from a techie background.
There were so many tropes that were first seen in Doom that it invented the grammar of first-person shooters. I don't think anybody can, point back to earlier stuff and say, no, it was Doom that gave us the first-person shooter, and it was Doom that told us how it all works, how it should work. And then, of course, there was multiplayer. Because Doom had a multiplayer feature, suddenly we're playing against each other.
There were multiplayer games before, you'd play RPGs that were kind of turn-based, but deathmatches were a whole new thing. It was a term that had been around before, but it was totally popularised by Doom.
Doom worked really well on a LAN, and even a LAN was a huge innovation back then. But it just showed that what John was thinking about was pretty ahead of its time.
And this was something that was huge, it wasn't something that was happening in isolation. So another really important thing that Carmack did with Doom was to create this modding community.
What that meant was that other people could get hold of the Doom engine and create their own games, but also lots of people created their own levels for Doom and distributed them online. So it was a really early understanding that the community was part of the development process.
That effectively got thousands of people who are in the game industry now into game development because they realised that they weren't just watching Aliens, they weren't watching Evil Dead, they were watching something that they could reach into and change for themselves, they could interact with and make a different game.
More recently, one of the things that has been really great that John was a very, very early advocate of was VR technology. And I think so many of us in the industry have found it so exciting, but he was there right at the start, with his support for Oculus and then later becoming Oculus CTO.
Carmack's approach to software development is always around solving problems. He has a passion for solving problems in inventive ways, and he always comes up with the goods. Going from Doom to Quake to Rage and now his work at Oculus, he's looking at graphics in a way that says, what's wrong, what can I make better, and how can I make that accessible for everyone?
He's kind of like the Shakespeare of 3D games graphics.
When he speaks, what he has to say is valuable. What he says is well chosen. There's always this sense of, this is the essence, this is the nub of things.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bafta Fellowship is awarded to John Carmack. Here you go. Congratulations. Thank you. So, I'm an engineer, and engineering usually involves a lot of fairly mundane things. You want your bridges that don't fall down, your apps that don't crash. And you take pride in your craft, but you don't really expect a whole lot of recognition or even understanding from most people about what it is that you do. But sometimes you have an opportunity to build something that's from the future, and that's where things really do get exciting. I make it a point not to romanticize the good old days because, as we've seen, things are amazing today, and we're not in some fallen state from a better time. But there is something to be said for the early days when you're working on a frontier, when you're doing things that people haven't done before and you don't know what the right answers are, before there's a top 100 list for a genre. The early days were, of course, very hard on the design side of things, when I could say, I can give you blocks and cardboard cutouts. Can we figure out something that's still really great to do with this? But with each hard-fought technical advancement, more and more doors opened and the design space broadened, until we get to today, where a strong team can take any crazy vision and turn it into a reality. Now, this is, of course, a wonderful thing for designers and for the people that play the games. But I do hear sometimes from programmers that are kind of sad that they don't have the opportunity to write game engines from scratch like I did and have it matter and have it make an impact. And here's where some perspective really helps. I can remember when I was a teenager, I thought I had missed the golden age of 8-bit Apple II gaming, that I was never going to be Richard Garriott. And time went by and I got to make my own marks in things after that. And in that time, I also see so many other opportunities that have come by. I mean, the 90s PC wave was great. I was happy to be there, and I'm glad I took a swing and knocked one out of the park with that. But since then, we've seen mobile games and web games and free-to-play games, the Steam revolution, and now virtual reality. So all of these are amazing. So yeah, the opportunities that I had aren't there for people today, but there are new and better ones. And personally, I'm more excited about these than anything that's come before. So thank you very much for this honor, but I'm just getting started.
John Carmack there, a worthy recipient of the fellowship. Thank you for joining us for the British Academy Games Awards. Join me in thanking all of our fantastic nominees, and congratulations to all the winners. I've been Darby. Pleasure to be back. Thank you very much. Good night. We'll see you again. Good luck. See you again.